Few weeks ago, we posted a video about whether you should move to Calgary from Toronto or not. What are the differences? You guys really liked it. We recently traveled to Windsor, which is also in Ontario, but that's a different city. So now we will be able to share first-hand experience. What are the differences between Toronto and Windsor, and whether it will be a perfect city for you to move. So watch this video till the end.
And we would highly encourage you to subscribe to our channel because we keep on posting a lot of good stuff about Canada and immigration. So do subscribe. So if we talk about Windsor, it's a city on the border of US and Canada. So this side is Windsor and on the other side across the Detroit River is Detroit.
So from Windsor, you will be able to see the skyline of Detroit. That's an amazing view. We'll put some shots, and it is just 300 kilometers from Toronto. So approximately 4 hours drive only.
So let's start with the first difference, that is the population. Toronto has a very diverse population. Around 46% of people who are in Toronto were not born in Canada. They are outsiders or immigrants like us. So it is very diverse in that sense. Whereas if we talk about Windsor, there are only 26% of people who were born outside Canada. So the city is still immigrant friendly, but only 26% of people move to Windsor as compared to Toronto.
But if we share our experience, wherever we were traveling in Windsor or nearby cities, we didn't feel that difference. We were able to see people from different countries, and it felt like it was a multicultural city. We were able to find some Indian stores as well, some Desi stores as well. We were able to find Indian food, Greek food, Middle Eastern food. So even if someone is coming to Windsor from any country and immigrating there, trying to settle down, you will not face any issue. So it's multicultural, I would say.
If we talk about the population numbers, Toronto is at 3 million today as compared to Windsor, which is at 300,000 only.
I just want to add about the pronunciation. We used to say Windsor, but the correct pronunciation at Windsor.
Windsor.
Yeah, we also realized it a few weeks ago. And looking at the population, you can realize how dense Toronto is in terms of population, in terms of houses. But if you don't like crowded cities, Windsor is the city for you. You can easily settle down there. There won't be a lot of noise pollution. There won't be much traffic compared to Toronto. So population play a very important role. So you will be able to relax and enjoy some quiet time.
Now let's talk about the second comparison, which is about the job market. So when you think about moving to any country or any city, you always have to look for the job market and scope of your role. So we did some research on it, and here is what we found. If you are looking for a white collar job, Toronto is the place for you. It has ample opportunities for you in any job profile, and you will see a lot of companies setting their base in Toronto, so you will not have any scarcity of jobs in Toronto. But if we talk about Windsor, it's mainly meant for the blue collar workers. You will get more options and more job openings in blue collar jobs, but not in a white collar job. I'll not say that there are not many options, but still as compared to blue collar jobs, you will have less options. So by white collar job, I mean that it could be a job in finance or IT sector or anything related to a desk job, whereas a blue collar job could be a job in factory or a mold and tool industry.
Yeah, so Windsor specifically is based on the mold and tool industry. You will find a lot of factories, a lot of jobs in that domain. There is a Chrysler plant as well. So it is a huge plant. There are so many people working in that plant as well. So basically most of the jobs are blue collar jobs, but still people are able to settle there, find a job and earn well.
And if you are really lucky, you can get a job in Detroit. If you are in IT sector, you can live in Windsor and earn good salary in US dollars by working in Detroit. So there are a lot of people who stay in Windsor and they travel every day to US, crossing the border from Windsor to US. So that's a good option for you.
Yeah, if you have valid visa to work in US, people are doing that and they are able to make a good money because of the currency difference. During this pandemic, that is not possible, but earlier people were traveling every day to Detroit or maybe neighboring cities, and they were coming back to Windsor because they have their houses in Windsor. They are spending in Canadian dollar, earning in US dollars. So what else can you ask for?
And it's not only for the IT people, there are a lot of healthcare workers as well who live in Windsor and travel to Detroit for work. We met few of them in Windsor.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this video, this is for you.
And during this pandemic as well, they are able to travel because this is an essential travel every day. So thanks to them.
Next point is about higher education. Toronto has 3 major universities and 4 community colleges, whereas Windsor just has one of each. There's University of Windsor and there's St. Clair's College.
Despite this difference, a lot of international students are also moving to Windsor and they are able to earn a good living. They are able to buy houses as well. We'll share how they are able to buy houses so soon. But we met a lot of international students there. They like it there. They don't feel that they have to move to a big city. They love it there, and after getting their PR, they like to settle down in Windsor only.
So one of the reasons why they like it there is because it's still easier to get a job there because there's less competition. There are less people moving there. So that way it's like they are able to earn some good money and they're able to get some good jobs there.
And especially as I mentioned, if you love quiet city compared to Toronto, Windsor is very quiet.
Next comparison is around economy. Toronto's economy is very diverse and it's centered around finance and IT, whereas Windsor's economy is mainly industrial based. Also, Windsor's tourism industry is mainly gambling based because there's a popular casino in Caesars Hotel and there are tourists from US also who travel to Windsor in Canada to do gambling and earn a lot of money.
Or maybe lose some money. Whenever we go to Windsor, we try to go to that casino because it is different. It
has a different vibe.
It has a US vibe, I would say. But as we mentioned about the jobs, as we mentioned about the economy, if you're moving to any city, Windsor, Toronto, Alberta, Vancouver, you need some skills. And if you want to upskill yourself, I have an amazing website for you. So the website is Skillshare. They have so many courses related to IT, photography, creative skills. The best part is this is online. So you can learn all those skills sitting at home because you might be working from home. So that's an advantage. Especially when you're planning to change your role, these trainings will be very helpful. I recently did an advanced course on Adobe Premiere Pro, of course for video editing by Jody. So you can check that out. And also you can check the results on our vlogging channel as well, where I am implementing all those Adobe Premiere Pro skills. So there are no ads on this application. You won't see any distraction. You are a subscriber of Canada Couple channel. So first 1,000 subscribers who will click on the link will get 1 month free subscription instead of 14 days. So don't miss this opportunity. Link is in the description.
Next point is around real estate market. Real estate in Toronto is extremely expensive. Even the rents are very high. It's really becoming unaffordable for people to buy houses or maybe rent here. So the market is going crazy. But if we talk about Windsor, the situation is not that bad. Buying a house in Windsor is still cheaper as compared to Toronto, but obviously you will not get so many options as you get in Toronto. And if we talk about renting is same as what we have in Toronto, so there's not much of a difference. Again, like there are not many houses, so obviously you will not get many options to rent.
So as Manpreet mentioned, there is no difference in rental, but the cost is less as compared to Toronto. That is one of the reasons why so many investors are investing in Windsor, because they will get a good rent and the houses are cheap. One difference which we realize is in Windsor, houses are very old. Like you will rarely find new houses, but doesn't matter. Old houses, new houses, everything is cheap. In past 2 years, real estate market has gone up in Windsor as well, but still it is below average, I would say, compared to Toronto. That is one of the reasons why people are moving to Windsor, buying houses there. Investors are investing there. We can give you one example. We met one of our subscribers. They mentioned that their friend bought a house for $80,000 last year. Can you imagine, like in these times, someone is buying house in Ontario for $80,000. It might be 30 years old. They can fix it for $50,000, $60,000. Now that house cost is around $300,000. So real estate market is unpredictable, but still Windsor real estate market is far better.
Yeah, if we talk about Toronto, you have to pay 80,000 as a down payment for a house. So that person is getting the whole house for 80,000. Obviously, he's going mortgage free for future.
Yeah. So like beach houses in Windsor were around 700,000, 800,000. Those houses in Toronto will be like 2 million. So if you are in Windsor, you know what I'm talking about. You will be able to buy your dream house very soon in Windsor.
With an amazing view of Detroit.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing can beat that view.
While we are talking about the view, let's talk about the next point, which is tourism. A lot of people visit Windsor for the view of Detroit River and the skyline on the Detroit side. So that is kind of the main attraction for which people go there. There are a lot of other small places. If you want to know more about the places to visit, we have a vlogging channel, Canada Couple Vlogs. You can check the vlog over there. But overall, like, it's a nice peaceful place for tourists, nothing much to do. But there's a famous Caesars casino where you can go and do gambling. So these are like kind of highlights for which tourists visit that place. But as compared to Toronto, you don't see that much tourists going to Windsor. Most of the people visit Toronto as there are many more attractions as CN Tower, Toronto Island, and Niagara Falls, of course. So I would say mainly the international tourists don't go to Windsor that often, but they visit Toronto for all other reasons.
Niagara Falls is of course 2 hours drive from Toronto, but if we talk about nearby places to visit, the most popular place to visit from Windsor is Pelee Island. So Pelee Island is the most southern lands end of Canada. We were there, we posted a video as well on our vlogging channel. When you are in Windsor, do visit Pelee Island as well. That's the most popular tourist attraction. Another positive point about Windsor, it is very close proximity to Detroit, Chicago. Within 5 hours, you can go to big metropolitan cities. You can attend so many concerts happening in US. Just 10 minutes drive, you can cross the border. So in 5 hours, you can reach those big cities. In terms of shopping, yeah, there is so much to do in US. There are so many varieties to choose from. You might get some good deals as well. So people go there to shop, to concert. That's one advantage of living in Windsor, which people don't get living in Toronto.
Next point is around quality of life. The cost of living and crime rate is low in Windsor for obvious reasons, as there are not many people living in that city. There's less traffic. You can reach anywhere within 15 minutes. So that is really cool, I would say. One thing that we noticed specifically was that Windsor has a lot of American influence. There are a lot of food chains as well, which are in Windsor, but not in any other part of Ontario. Even you will realize the way you talk to people, they have some American influence, maybe because it's just on the border. But yeah, it's good and bad both.
But yes, as I mentioned earlier as well, Windsor is very peaceful. If you just walk around the Detroit River, you just watch Detroit skyline. There have been people who are living there for 10 years, 15 years. They mention that they don't get bored of that skyline view. So there is a lot to do. Quality of life is better. It's very calm city. If you want to run from that city hustle bustle like big city, then I would say Windsor is the place.
Next point is around transportation. Toronto has very well-developed transit system. You have options to choose from buses, you have GO Train, you have TTC, and you have buses as well. Whereas in Windsor, you just have limited options. I think they just have buses. Again, like, it's a small city, so you don't need a lot of transport options, but still, like, as compared to Toronto, Windsor has less options.
Next comparison I would say is about the healthcare. So as we mentioned that it is a small city, so there are only 3 hospitals. So we got feedback from people that it is not very good, because for major surgeries, for major diagnostics, they will have to go to a bigger city like London, Toronto. In healthcare, there is still scope of improvement, but in Toronto, the healthcare system, as you know, compared to Windsor, is of course better, because they established that system according to the population, which is 3 million, as we mentioned. So of course, comparatively, Toronto's healthcare is better. But overall, these were the differences. We are still not used to saying it Windsor. We were saying so many times Windsor, but yes, we will get used to it because we have been saying Windsor from so many months. But the point is to tell you about the differences between Windsor and Toronto. So visit Windsor for sure. If you have US visa, you can cross the border as well. You can go to Detroit. That's another tourist attraction, I would say, because people who have US visa, they travel to Detroit and enjoy some concerts, some events, some fest, and then they come back.
So we went to Detroit last year when we were in Windsor. Unfortunately, we were not able to make a video at that time. But I would say the nightlife of Detroit downtown is a must watch. You should visit Detroit whenever things come back to normal, because it is a must visit place.
In case we missed out any difference, please mention down below. If you are from Windsor or Toronto, we would love to hear your thought as well. See you in next video.
Till next time.
Stick around.